And now the Beckhams are reportedly concerned about their eldest son, Brooklyn's toxic relationship with his model girlfriend, Hannah Cross. Now, the young lovers have been spotted having some very public bust-ups, most recently in Cannes, where it's been reported that security were called in to calm the situation. So, we are all parents. You've got older kids. Is a relationship something that you get involved in? Because you're quite a hands-on mum, aren't you, Brenda?
I am a hands-on mum with everything apart from their relationships. And I think I'm that way because of my own personal experiences. I was raised quite strict, and so I think when it came to relationships, I was a bit naive by the time it came to having my first relationship, so when it comes to that, I kind of let them do their thing because I remember back to how I was, and my aunt and my gran would say, you can't do that or you can't do that, and I'd go and do it. So my theory with that is, if I say to them, that person's not right for you, they're automatically not going to listen to me because mummy's not right. And so they'll do what they're going to do. So they're going to do what they're going to do. I'll be there to hopefully not pick up the pieces, hopefully to wear a hat or something. But, you know, if that be the case, then let them do it. And I can't interfere on that side of things. When I'm raising them, that's it.
Yeah.
But
I think the problem is, I mean, when young people are in love, they're in love.
Yeah.
And if you try to, so as you say, if you try to push them away from that, you know, they rebel. And the thing that always struck me, I had three children, and all the lovely sort of girls and boyfriends would eventually sort of come in, you'd share Christmas, you'd share holidays, and then they all go away because they'd break up, and then you think, where did those people go to? You know, where did they all go to? But one of them, one of my sons had a girlfriend who, they split up, but she went to live in Australia. And when my daughter Karen was in Australia fighting her cancer, this former girlfriend was like an angel. Oh. And when I would go home to this country, she would move in and be with Karen. And I sort of just think it's worthwhile keeping in touch with them, you know? But anyway, and then in my own youth, although a very strict upbringing, you know, quite a straightforward state family, and yet I, as a Protestant in Northern Ireland, married a Catholic. Now, that was the worst thing, technically, that I could have done at that time. And I kept saying to my dad, but he's an English Catholic, he's not an Irish Catholic. But anyway, my dad said, if you go ahead with this wedding, I will love your husband like my son, and he did. So it sorted out.
So he didn't get involved?
Absolutely not. Wouldn't even go to the wedding on principle. Yeah. But in a way, he was so highly principled that I understood his principles, because he was always had those principles in life. So.
Incredible. Well, I came from a culture, really, where you're not allowed to have boyfriends, really, until you get married. So growing up...
You're not really allowed to have boyfriends when you are married.
No. Well, I don't know. but
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Until I got married. So for all up until the age of 18, I mean, I just didn't have a boyfriend. Just, you know, never, wouldn't even dare. And I think now that I'm a parent, I would not want my children not to be able to talk about somebody that they care for or they like.
Yeah.
And also, you know, when I met Steve then, I had to keep Steve secret for 4 years. I know.
What does Steve say about that?
Well, the thing is, you know, obviously I talked to Steve about, you know, the reason I didn't want to upset my parents. They were in a difficult situation. It's a cultural thing. It's all this. And, you know, he loved me, so he understood. But it is difficult. And there are still people in this country that cannot go home and tell their parents that they've got a boyfriend or a girlfriend because of their religion, because of the colour of their skin, because of whatever. And it's really difficult. And I don't want to be that parent.
Yeah.
But on saying that, I also don't want my kids, and perhaps I'm a bit old-fashioned and I might be slated for this, but I don't want them to bring home a boyfriend or girlfriend every week. Oh, here's this one, here's that one, here's this one. You know, I want them to understand that I want them to go and enjoy their life and then think about it later on once they've, you know, sort of done the things they want to do. I don't want them to... Look, I believe in young love, but I don't know how I'm going to be when they have that first breakup. Because my initial reaction will be like, it was never, you know, there's lots more things to look forward to. This isn't the only one. You're going to meet somebody else, but that doesn't make sense when you're young and in love, does it?
How are you going to feel, Andy,
Well,
when your son goes to university?
Well, he's going, well, depending on obviously exam results and everything else next year, but he's 17, so we've already been through the sort of heartbreak thing. And it is strange that in your eyes, do you ever seen the film Father the Bride, where Steve Martin's looking at his daughter and she suddenly shrinks and becomes 5?
Yeah.
It's very like that, because next thing you're cuddling this man who's bigger than you, but he's crying like your little boy, and you're just making them feel better. And all I've done when it's happened with Finn is just say, you know, it hurts. There's nothing else. There's nothing I can do to make it feel better. It hurts, but you will get over this, and it's part of life.
Yeah.
But just stay respectful and stay a good person, because this will happen to you, and then you'll meet the one. There may be many ones. You know, not everyone is destined. You're not necessarily destined to meet and fall in love as a teenager and stay together the rest of your life, like I thought I would. That's the one thing I've tried to pass on. You know, that it doesn't always work out that way.
We've got some good comments on here. We've got Paul, who said, I tried with my daughter even when she was standing in front of me in her wedding dress looking beautiful. I asked her if she was doing the right thing. 6 months later, she got divorced.
Oh.
I know, wow. There you go, you see.
tough.
What can you do? What can you do?
What do you do?
Parenting.
Just love them.
Yeah,
Just love them.
Love and support.